What's going on, you guys? It's your favorite barber, your favorite people, David D. Sharp, coming back to you live once again in the Sharp Zone. But we're gonna switch it up a little bit in this video. We're gonna go ahead and dive right on into it, and we're gonna do our first clipper review of the Styliner II. Well, firstly, I want to say about this clipper, it fits right in the palm of my hand. It's not too big. It's not too small like the detailer. The detailer is cool. It's a little bit shorter, but one thing that I love about this clipper, this trimmer, is that it doesn't take a whole lot of effort to get that nice, crisp line. Even with one tap, you can see the major difference between this trimmer and another trimmer. Some of you may or may not know, but this is a magnetic motor. It comes with a close-cutting carbon steel trimmer blade by Andis. One thing I will say about this trimmer versus other trimmers I've used by Andis, it hits really hard. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort. It is extremely powerful, and I will actually in this video show a couple of clips of me using the Andis Styliner II and the final results of a couple of clients that I've used it on. And make sure you guys subscribe, like, and comment. If you've used this trimmer before, let me know in the comment section below what you like about it. If you have not, feel free to ask questions. If I don't know the answer to your question, I will be sure to look up the answer for you and give you the details that you may need about the trimmer. As far as like hair types that you can use this on, you can actually use it on both coarse and fine hair, but it mainly works best on dry skin, dry hair. So don't think you can just cut somebody that's coming into the barbershop. They either have been walking in and they're a little sweaty, or they just washed their hair. Make sure you dry your client off and to get the best results, because this is not a trimmer that is best used on wet hair. For some years now, I've actually had stopped using Andis products for the simple fact that the trimmers and the clippers I was using before, it just, for one, it got way entirely too hot, too fast. About 2 or 3 clients in, and my hands are on fire. But I will say, so far my experience, it did get hot on my first client that I used it on, but that might have been just the clipper just really getting fired up and getting used to being worked with. But after that, it really didn't get hot. It didn't get hot as much, if anybody is concerned about that, because of course you want to be able to run through a couple of clients without burning your hands. But it usually stays cool for, I'd say, up to, so far that I've used it on, a max of 6 clients straight back to back, not having to switch over to a new trimmer because of their hair type, or maybe they have their hair wet. But so far so good as far as it not getting hot so fast, except for the first time use, because first time really using it, it's gonna get hot. But out of 5, I'll give it a 4 as far as it not getting hot too fast. And again, I'm going to put more emphasis on how clean this trimmer by Andis, the Styliner II's, gets really, really close. I mean, like if you have a client that requires or asks for a bald head, you really don't even need to even grab your clippers. You can just grab this. Well, depending on how long their hair is, but you can really just grab this clipper, and it does heavy duty work. That's another thing I like about this. It does heavy duty work, so you don't have to worry about wearing out your trimmers to get extremely close. If you're doing a taper, or you're doing a fade, or you're balding somebody out, wearing out your other trimmers, because this boy right here takes on some heavy hitting work, so you don't have to worry about that. So On the cleanliness, I give it a 5 out of 5. Now I'm going to show you a couple of clips that I have recorded while cutting and after finishing the client's haircut, where you can see how extremely detailed these boys really are. So go ahead, take the time out, check out the video, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video. As you guys can see, I mean, these boys are clean. They'll get you exactly what you're looking for as far as that nice, crisp, not having to go back over and over and over with your trimmers in one section to get it clean. Maybe the most 3 taps in one spot. You can keep it moving, don't have to worry about time consumption and having to go back over and over again. Usually once over really does the trick. I got these at Sally's for $49.99 out here, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. They had them on sale for $49.99. Of course, I used, if I can pull it out, my Sally's Pro card, and I spent maybe $5 getting them insured to, make sure if there's any faulties with it, or maybe I dropped them, which I highly doubt I'll drop them. Or if any complications I may have with this trimmer, I could take it back and get a replacement without having to pay an arm and a leg again, get a new pair. But so far so good. I give a 4.5 out of 5 stars when it comes to this trimmer so far, but that might change to a 5, because so far, other than my detailers, it really does a really good job. And one more thing I want to talk about, as far as when you're starting to edge up your client on their forehead, their front line. I'm not quite sure how it is with some barbers out there, but when you go to line up your customer right front, right up top, you really are getting that precise edge up. And I'm not talking about the crispiness. I'm talking about precision as far as keeping the line straight. Like, this is the first trimmer I've really used where I could just go over one time on their front line, or over their ears, or wherever the case may be, and not have to step back so many times and tighten up this side and make sure this side matches the other side and such forth. But as far as precision, man, this is, you know what, I'll give it a 5 out of 5 for precision. And as far as my experiences with trimmers, what I will recommend is make sure that you have a trimmer that its teeth is not spread out too far. Let's see if I can get it. As you guys can really see how close those teeth are together versus, if I could get it to really focus. See how a little bit spread out they are on the well, this is the T-wide blade for the detailers from Wall. They're a little bit more spread out than they are with the Styler IIs, and that right there is what balances out the extra crispiness in your edge up. So I really highly recommend getting this trimmer. You don't have to be an Andis fan. I'm not an Andis fan, but it does wonders for me, and I like it. I actually plan on buying a second one, most likely either this weekend or sometime next weekend. But like I said before, I give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. As far as performance, as far as the cleanliness, how close it gets, and how crisp the line gets. So I appreciate everybody stopping by. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and feel free to share this video with other barbers that they're not quite sure if they want to go ahead and add the Styliner 2 to their entourage of clippers and trimmers. But go ahead, you guys, enjoy your day, enjoy your evening. Let's go out here and give the best haircuts we possibly can. And until then, you guys, until the next video, stay sharp.